the home cook this morning in this hour of HSN, and we move on to something that I think you're gonna love. Actually, as a matter of fact, I know you're going to love. This is from Allrecipes. If you are the person who has a huge family, a lot of friends, or maybe you just like, when you cook, you say, when I cook, I wanna make as much as I possibly can, because everybody loves my meatballs. Everybody loves my casserole. And the little pans that you buy in the store typically just can't do the job. Take a look at this. This is from Allrecipes. It is a 4-piece, 3-in-1, hard anodized oval roaster. And if you get the entire set, I wanna impress upon you how big this is, how much food you can actually finally cook all at one time. And you know, roasters usually are not the quality that you see right here, and they just can't really do the job that you're looking for. Allrecipes can do it. This is brand new. We're gonna give you all the details where you get both pieces that you see right here that you can cook in both. You can also use the bottom piece as the lid. You also have a separate glass lid that can fit on either piece, and you get that roasting rack that goes right along included. And this is new today here at HSN. Stephanie Roberts is joining us this morning, and I hear the food cooking already.
That's right, we are sizzling early this morning. I love this set because every piece of it is useful and interchangeable, and the lids all work together, and it makes cooking so much easier in the kitchen. So I have an 11-pound pork roast sitting here, and I'm putting a sear on it because that's of course what I do with my foods before I put them in the oven to do the longer, slower roast. What I love about this set, it goes from burner to oven, no problem. Nice. So I've got my roast nice and seared here. You can see 11 pounds of pork loin, no problem, stretched out there. Go ahead and add some vegetables around the edge. My inside is that hard anodized, and it is gorgeously non-stick, easy to clean. But here's where Allrecipes is so creative. Now I'm gonna add my lid. Watch this. This is called an aroma knob. So I add wine or chicken broth or whatever you'd like in the top. And look at this. I'm gonna lift it really carefully for you. It is diffusing down. Do you see it kind of percolating, dripping down onto the meat? If you look at the shot from the top, I think you can see the liquids there on the meat. So I absolutely love. Can you see that? Yeah, there you go. I love the fact that we can have the liquid continuing to percolate onto my meat to keep the moisture there as we bake. Isn't that fun? So it's these little things that make cooking so much easier and make you successful when you put in a pork roast. So now we can go right from burner, stovetop to oven. No problem.
No, and that's the thing. And did you notice how much food she was able to put in there? So from burner, from the stovetop to the oven, that is the power of the roaster that you're getting. Just to let you know, that was 8.5 quarts on the bottom, on the bottom roaster pan that you saw there. The lid is 4 quarts, and it's an au gratin pan lid, so you can cook in both areas. So through the magic of television, because we did want to show you the finished product, because we know that you like to see the food all hot and ready.
Of course.
Look at this.
Look at this. I'm going to scoot this down here.
Oh my gosh.
And then, so there we go, magic of TV. Now I have my pork roast. Now here's also what I really like about this. I like about the fact that I can now, look at, you could serve in it. It's gorgeous looking. But in the oven, look at the shape of my roaster. See how it's got that kind of very creative oval shape?
Yeah.
Do you know what's so great about that? I can put these side by side in the oven. So Allrecipes has thought of every way to make your cooking experience easier.
That. So you're taking advantage of all the space in the oven.
Absolutely. Do you see the moisture, the juice in this pork? I'm so excited about this. This is what I get from that aroma knob feature. I get some absolutely succulent, moist meat.
Through and through.
Exactly. And I'll be honest, with pork, that is not always that easy to accomplish.
Right.
So I like the fact that we've been able to do this here. And you know, when you start to think about all the different things, you know, maybe you're not making a pork roast every night of the week, but then you start to think about turkey turkeys. Then you start to think about Easter. Then you start to think about all the different things that you need a big pan for. And this really becomes a workhorse. It's not just something I'm using once in a while.
That's true.
It's something I'm using over and over and over.
And now, you know, I think it's important too, because sometimes maybe you're saying, you know, you don't have time or the inclination to cook every day, but if you can make this much food at one time, that might feed you and your family for a few days, which cuts down on your cooking.
Which makes life so much easier. Now remember, this comes with the glass lid and it also comes with the metal lid. Turn the metal lid around, you have a gorgeous baking dish. Now, remember, we have this wonderful hard anodized surface. Look at how the food releases right off that. We are crispy and crunchy all the way around, but it is immediately nonstick, easy release. It looks gorgeous. Again, we've got that really cool positioning of the handles, and do you know what I like so much about that? I can put these two side by side in the oven. So I can have a large roast, I can have my scalloped potatoes next to it. The lid fits interchangeably on both, and that's kind of when I think that Allrecipes thinking of everything to make this so user-friendly.
Okay.
Another feature, the rack. Okay, so we're talking about how big this is. This is 8.5 quarts. This is a 17-pound turkey.
Wow.
But it comes with this rack, and I want to show you what's so great about the rack. Okay. It lets it rest so it's not resting in the juices. So I can click it onto the edge. It allows it to drain. I'm not dealing with a hot bird. I can pick it up, I can let it rest, I can let some of the juices drain, and when it cooks, you can see it sits right down in there.
17-pound bird.
I know, isn't that amazing? Can you imagine trying to wrestle one of these bad boys out of here? It makes it so much easier on the rack, which again, then clips onto the edge.
And just like we said earlier, it fits easily into the oven, unlike if you were buying those like aluminum pans that you were gonna just throw away at the end. That takes up so much space. You're gonna use this for when you're making your bigger birds and anytime you're cooking a larger amount of food. But look, not just the turkey.
Absolutely.
We even have more than that.
So then we take the lid, we can use the lid for stuffing, because a lot of us trying not to stuff the birds now just to make sure our stuffing gets to temperature. Look at the gorgeous shape. It fits right in with the roasting pan. Or what about ham in the lid? At Easter at our house, we like turkey, we like ham. I can do both meats at the exact same time. So when this comes home to you, you are getting these 4 pieces and they all interchange. This is what my roasting pan looks like with the metal lid. But remember, that's not just a lid, that is also a gorgeous baking dish. My aroma lid, with the aroma knob, fits onto both of these pieces. These are oven safe into 500 degrees, the glass lid to 450 degrees, and then it comes with the rack, which allows me to move around my large pieces of
so
poultry.
Great. Wait a minute, and do you see our price on this? I mean, really? You'd be paying, what, $160 more for this, and normally that would be our regular price, about $160 more. But we do recommend, we are now into March. I do want you to think about spring. I want you to think about Easter that's coming up and all of maybe the occasions that you've got coming up soon that you would, if you're honest, you're saying, you know what, I would like a bigger roasting pan that I can use, and that's gonna be, you know, from stove top to oven, and it can give me this kind of capacity.
And what about daily use capacity? Yellow rice and chicken. Okay, there is an entire cut up chicken in here. And here's what I like. If I wanted a roast chicken, you can do 2 side by side in here. Because I'll tell you, one roast chicken doesn't go very far, especially if you're using it for stock and things like that. On the other side. Allrecipes is all about making you, the home cook, successful. It's a recipe community, 54 million posts and recipes and people putting it. That's where this easy chicken and rice came from as well. So you go on, you look for recipes. In fact, you are actually going to get a card that gives you a subscription to the Allrecipes magazine. But I'm finding things like an easy way to use a chicken, to be more creative, and then I'm realizing I can use this pan constantly. You know, this is not just for Easter. This is not just for those special occasions. I'm going to use it on a Monday night because I want to make enough food to feed everybody Monday and Tuesday.
For sure.
Let's talk about pasta.
Okay.
When I heat up my big stock pot to cook lasagna noodles or spaghetti, oh my gosh, it takes forever. Like 25 minutes. With the shape of the roaster, use it as a pasta pot because I don't have to break my noodles. I've got a great boil there on my pasta, and I don't have to worry about how long it's going to take because when that water is spread out horizontally, look how much faster it boils.
Boils a lot faster.
Then let's use the top of the pan and make lasagna. It is the absolute perfect size to go ahead and make my cheesy lasagna with.
How perfect is that, Stephanie? I did not know that was what was under the lid.
Isn't that great? So this is what I like about the value here, is that it's not just a roaster I'm only gonna use on holidays. I'm using the lid for casseroles constantly. I'm using the big deep roaster for boiling my pasta, for making my yellow chicken and rice. No matter what the meal is, there's a part of it to use.
Let me tell you real quick, because a lot of you are on the phone, a lot of you are calling in for these, because you're saying you recognize that this is a quality roaster. We've got it for you now, but there are a lot of you calling in. So if you can use express ordering, please do that. Or if you're near your computer, go to hsn.com and you are gonna order item number 504945. You've got 4 flex. We'll send it right on out to you, and oh, if you could smell this. I am a pot roast girl.
I just watched you lose your train of thought as she looked at this and her eyes kind of went, oh.
Ooh, it smells so good.
Okay, and this is heavenly. So what we've done here is we've put in our pieces of meat to make our pot roast. Remember, I am using my aroma lid to infuse moisture as we cook the pot roast, and it makes such a difference.
Wow.
And then I have gone ahead and added my vegetables. I want, if you're a pot roast girl, then you must try it. Look at that, how it just absolutely falls apart.
It's not dry.
It's not dry. You can do the different things in here, but then think about what your other options are. Mac and cheese in your top lid. So it's every, you like the texture there?
I love it. I love it.
Every day, it is every piece of this 4-piece set. Again, the surface of this, very important to me. Look at how easy my mac and cheese is pulling off this. I like to cook both my scalloped potatoes, my mac and cheese, right up until they get crusty on the edge. But then you have to soak and scrub most pans. That is not the case with this. Allrecipes is all about making you successful, making every part of your cooking experience easier so we get it right. Why do you dislike home cooking? Because it's a lot of effort. Because you don't always get it right. Because different things don't go the way you want them to. This surface is easy to deal with. This pan makes everything fit. I've got the lid here that I can go ahead and use for my mac and cheese. And then we put a whole piece of fish in there as well.
I love this. And let me tell you, because these fit side to side,
they do.
You can cook them in the oven at the same time, which means everything is hot and ready at the same time.
User friendly.
Yes, it is. And remember, you go it straight from the stove top to the oven to the table. It looks beautiful, and look at this.
And then we have to end with dessert.
We've got to end with dessert every meal.
If you're gonna enjoy the pot roast, you should also enjoy some cobbler. Again, the shape of my pan allowing me to put it side by side with my pot roast, with my lasagna, with my easy yellow rice and chicken. I don't have to decide what I'm going to cook when and how I'm going to put it together. When you look at these next to each other, the first time I saw the handles, I thought, well, gosh, that's creative. Maybe just a little bit of a design, you know, make it visually interesting. And then, no, user-friendly.
Wow.
Because if your handles are on the ends, your oven doesn't close.
True.
If the handles are both on the horizontal edges, then they don't fit together. So this is perfectly angled, so everything slides right in together. And you can see the nonstick, and I know you're gonna grab right in for that. And
just,
then there's cobbler. What I love, we've done 5 complete meals with these 4 pans, and it becomes an everyday workhorse for you. And there's nothing wrong with ending with dessert.
This is so amazing. You've got to go ahead and get this roaster set. It's the entire set. And I know you're gonna love it. You've got 4 flex payments of $22.49. You saw that we have literally cooked everything.
Everything, it's amazing.
This is everything that you would wanna cook and then some. So definitely go for it. And I do see a lot of you are calling in, so use express ordering if you can. Stephanie, you're back at 10
a.m., yes.
We'll see you back at 10.
Sounds good.
Just so you know, we don't have a lot of these sets. I'm looking at our quantity and I'm thinking, yeah, we should have probably doubled that. So go ahead and choose yours now. Now, let me share with you another way to make this even more delicious. And that is with our HSN charge card. Now, if you don't have one yet, you can apply for one, and when you're approved, you can get up to $25 off of a single item purchase. That would actually make this roaster pan, what, $64? Unbelievable. Go for it.